Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. Today we are going to create an icy Christmassy wintry set. We are using Parkson gel polish in the shade number 2001, which is a very kind of almost like a milky white shade. And then we also have Fresh Me Up from Madam Glam, which is going to be our beautiful blue. I am so in love with that blue, guys. You'll see in just a second how stunning that color is. So it's been a little while since I've used Parkson gel polish. It's an alright gel polish. It's pretty good for beginners, I guess, because it's super affordable and you just get quite a lot of usage out of it. But if I have to recommend anything, I would recommend Madam Glam more than Parkson. Parkson's one of those AliExpress companies. I got it ages ago, and at first I actually didn't really like it, but the more it's in my collection, the more I'm using it, the more I am liking it. It's almost like you have to just get used to the consistency of the gel polish, but it does its job. I mean, you know, it's not see-through anything, it just works like an average gel polish. So if you're trying to get some cheap gel polishes where they're somewhat alright, then Parkson's is definitely the one to go, probably. I got mine on AliExpress, I believe. And the reason I'm using it today is because I wanted that milky white and I couldn't find one in my collection other than this one. So unfortunately I had to use it today. But if you have one in a different company then definitely pick that one up and use it. So now that we've got 2 layers of everything applied on the wet layer of your blue nail, we're going to sprinkle on some beautiful blue glitter. It feels like so long since I've done a sugared nail, and it feels so good, guys, so good. And the blue is stunning today. Like the final set is so pretty. I love it. It's given winter, but not too much. We did incorporate some flowers, so I feel like it's been a little while since I've last did like a floral set, and I really felt like I wanted to include it somewhat in a set. So that's how today's set basically come about. So for our one of the milky white nails, you want to do a line going from the top to the bottom and then right in the center, and then color in one side. So I'm going in and coloring the right hand side of this nail. On the other side where we haven't colored in, we are going to stamp some flowers. So if you have stickers, it will work just the same, but I prefer stamping just because I'm able to pick out colours that are going to match perfectly with the colours I'm using in my set. But if you've got stickers, then you can always pick out colours to match up with the stickers, if that makes sense. If you've got purple floral stickers, then you can do a purple set instead of a blue one. So our other nail is going to be a French tip. So we are using the same blue, just outlining our smile line. Then you want to colour it in. In a moment, I did end up doing a little whoopsie, so I think I show you in the footage how I clean it up. So I just get a lint-free wipe with some nail prep cleaner from Miley, and I just wipe away any areas that I've messed up, and I'm either correcting it, like, you know, I remove anything that wasn't supposed to be there and we're good. Oh, there's a little whoopsie. Or if I end up taking a bit too much, then I just go back in with my brush and fix it up. Then I am going to pop them into the lamp, and both nails are going to have one more coat applied off camera. And now we can start cracking on with our stamping. So my stamping plate is Botanical Collection plate number 17 from Moyu London. I absolutely love this plate. I feel like I've had so much usage out of this one. So if you are on a hunt for some flower inspired kind of like plates, definitely this one is the one to go. It is layered, but the layered layered technique I usually find quite hard to do actually, but this one is very easy to do, like super easy, and because it's layered you can really customize it to what you're doing, which is why I love it so much. So you see in a moment how crazy good those flowers look on the set. I just feel like it literally was meant to be, basically. So the flowers have 3 layers. So you've got your like the large bit, then you've got more like 2 layers that are more detailed ones. And when it comes to layered, I always start off with my lighter shade at the bottom, and then you kind of gradually make your way up into darker shades. So I've got 3 layers there, so 3 different shades of blue. I've got 2 shades from Moyu London. One was a Born Pretty stamping polish, if you're curious. Here I was kind of wanting to put some flowers, and I'm getting rid of some leaves because otherwise it would go on top of my flower and I didn't want that. So probably if you wanted to redo it, probably just place the leaves down first and then the flower on top of it, then you wouldn't have to remove anything. But I did it the other way around, so I had to remove it, but as you saw, it was super easy to remove. You can use your scraper, you can use some lint roller, or you can use your finger, which I think I'm going to use in a moment in the video, because it was just a lot of layers and a lot of trying to get rid of anything that I didn't want on my stamper. So I just ended up going, yeah, there we go, with my finger, and it works just fine. So as long as you've got your gloves on, it will basically work super great. So our second and last nail that's going to have some stamping on it is that half blue, half creamy white nail, and we're going to do 2 sets of flowers there. So one at the top, one at the bottom. The one at the bottom is smaller, and same technique when it comes to the colours. We're going to use this exact same combination of colours and in the same order basically too. And then because there's so much still space left around the flowers, you could just leave it. You could do all sorts, to be honest. You could do some dots with some gel polish, but on my stamping plate right at the top on the left hand side, you notice there's some little dots and little stars, so I thought that would be really cute to pick up. You might not actually see it right now, but when I move the plate you will see it in just a second. I just really liked the image, and it was really cute because it had stars and little dots, so I thought I'll pick up the lightest shade that I was using from Moyu, and I'm just gonna pick that one up and place it all around the flowers, but only on the creamy white side. You have probably noticed that on the right hand side I've got the flowers kind of slightly over the blue bit, which is not where I want it. So since this is just stamping polish, it just dries, you don't have to cure it. So you can just grab a lint-free wipe with some acetone on it and just wipe away any areas that you don't want it. So that's exactly what I'm going to do. Just wipe away anything that's on that blue side. Yeah. I was going to say that maybe if you don't want to do lint-free wipe, you can also use a brush, to be honest, just soaked in some acetone if you find that more comfortable. I know that some people are super comfortable with brushes when it comes to like French tips, for example. They kind of like apply the gel polish and then use the brush to clean up around the smile line and get the smile line really nice and crisp. So I know there's people out there who love their brushes and are super comfortable with them, so if you're one of them, then you can probably try it that way, and I'm sure it'll work as well. But I'm usually just grab a little lint-free wipe and just wipe away real quick. So now that everything is done, time to apply our top coat. So we are going in with a matte top coat today because we're going to do some sweater looks on the little blue bits, and we've got a little bit of some crystal placement too, and I whipped out my blue crystals today, which I'm so happy about. So everything's cured. On this nail here, on the right hand side where the blue is, you want to start doing those zigzaggy lines, those typical standard, most regular sweater pattern that you could ever find. If you prefer to be a bit more adventurous, then absolutely go ahead. I went for the most basic one I possibly could have. And you want to make sure that you're kind of leaving some space on the right hand side, because you're going to go in again and repeat it on the right hand side. If you preferred not to do that, you could definitely just do a massive version of it just to cover up the whole side, or maybe just switch the pattern up. So maybe rather than another set of those lines, you could do dots maybe, or anything really. This bit you can be as creative as you want to be. If rather than flowers you are stamping something else down, you can kind of go with the theme and do something else. And then once you're happy with your pattern, go ahead and grab some clear acrylic and just sprinkle it on all over your little wet gel polish. And then once you see that the gel polish is no longer becoming wet, then pop it into the lamp, and that one is good to go. We've got one more to go, and that's going to be our French tip. So again, grab the blue. I decided to go over the smile line, so I'm just kind of going over that bit. I find that to be a bit difficult because I always try to make the line the same thickness, and I always end up messing up somehow, somewhere, and I'm constantly trying to fix it up. But the moment you're done with it, it looks good. It's definitely worth it. So the same idea, we're going in with the same pattern down the center of the nail. Then once you're happy with it, do one line on either side of that, and then to finish off on the little side bits that we've got left, we're going to do some dashes. So sometimes I do the dashes pointed upwards, sometimes I do the dashes pointing downwards. Today I decided to go downwards. Once again, you can do upward, downward, dots, anything. This bit is just completely up to you, what you're comfortable with. If you want to make it more intricate, if you want to go down the simple route like I have today, for example, even though it's simple, it's still very effective. Like, it's still a sweater look, you know, it doesn't really matter what kind of pattern you go for. But it's all completely up to you. So here's me just sprinkling on the clear acrylic again. I am using my Glitter Bells clear acrylic in case you're wondering, but absolutely any clear acrylic will do. So now we are going to apply our crystals. I love crystals, guys. So for this nail, I'm kind of focusing down the center of the nail, and I'm just mixing and matching some blue crystals. I've got some shaped ones that I've picked up a little while back now from what was it? Not Shein, not Ali. It was, oh my god, I forgot. Oh my goodness, guys, it's the one with the orange. Everybody's buying from them. That place. So I picked it up from there, and they're super affordable on there. So it was really cool to incorporate it since we're doing all blue. So I've got dark blue and I've got light blue. So we've got a big circle at the top, followed by like a little kitey shape one. Then we've got an AB heart, then a super long blue crystal as well, followed by a tiny little dark blue one. And then in between some of the crystals, I'm going to place the darker blue and the lighter blue, just mix and match it. It's also not compulsory to have the blue crystals. I just really felt like picking them up because I always do ABs, always, because they just always match everything. But I do have more colours in my collection, so it would be nice to start using them up and not just leaving them to do nothing in my drawers. So it was nice to pick them up and actually get them going for once. Once you're happy, pop it into the lamp. I believe off camera I'll go ahead and add caviar beads in between the crystals as well, just to make it extra, just how I like it. And then for our last nail is our creamy whitey nail. So for this one, I did this last year. It's one of those like most like, I don't know, would you say lights going across the nail, tinsel, depends how you look at it. So exactly where I'm placing the rhinestone glue gel is where I'm going to basically cover up all in caviar beads and crystals. So every couple of spaces you want to place a crystal, and then everything in between you want to place caviar beads. It is a bit fiddly and it is a bit time consuming, hence why I didn't include it in the video. But as soon as you got it all sorted, you straighten up the lines, then you've got your nail good to go. So pop it into the lamp and that will complete our nail design today. Here it is, final result. So I hope you guys really liked it. I love how it came out. I love how icy it is, but not fully yet Christmassy, but it's given that winter feel. So I hope you guys liked the video. If you did, please don't forget to like, comment and subscribe, and I would love to see you all in my next video. Bye guys.